real now.
Hey guys, it's John.
And Kimmy.
And welcome back to Danganronpa V3. We're in the second half of the 5th class trial.
Yep, part B.
It's been about 4 hours since we recorded the first half. We went and got something to eat, and then we kind of watched Netflix for a little bit and got lost in that. Well, we were like, we're so full.
We need to digest.
We need to sit here and digest for a while. And then that
4
turned
hours
into
later.
way longer than we thought.
But we regret nothing.
I regret a little bit of it.
I mean, I don't not regret it. But I feel refreshed.
What? Oh, okay, I see.
Like I feel refreshed. I feel ready. What?
Monokuma has a line.
I'm sorry, I thought I could talk too.
And then...
Oh no, it's your show.
And then the Monokuma and Cubs Theater segment began. But with all the Monokubs destroyed, this segment was no longer possible. And so, the curtain quickly fell. That's it. Time to pay attention.
What was it? I didn't hear it.
He basically said there's no more Monokuma and Monokub segment because Monokub.
No!
Maybe if you were actually listening, you would have heard that.
I was listening.
The flashback light became the motive.
Maki's talking about why she was the third party
With the arrows.
and what happened and what she did.
Why did she do it?
When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him. I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but...
We were naive.
Huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete. Simply
Sorry.
Maki totally gets me.
Naivete.
Yeah, sorry, sometimes I instinctively press the next button just because I have to do it so many times.
Why don't you just make it auto? And then you don't have to worry
Because
about
then it's not paced as well. There's like
Fine.
a bit of a second or two. And
It's not perfect.
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow and broke into the hangar with an exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other. Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in. I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow. That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison? Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died, and find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right? He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game. Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully. So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting up the killing game when it should have ended? You already know it's all meaningless, and that I'm the mastermind. Do you love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow. But then... What?
Kaito protected Kokichi?
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
At that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison. I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time?
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that,
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito. When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore. I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right? He already went to space.
Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not. Because now another class trial is going to start.
Last trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
What?
Aww, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse, huh? Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
You're still full of energy, even like that. You really are not boring.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you...
Don't mind me. Run, Makiro. Just hurry up and run. Run and live. You gotta live.
But I refused to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife. In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave. That's when I made up my mind. As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial, in exchange for all of your lives.
So that's what happened.
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
How dare you make fun of him! You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer! You fucking asshole!
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this exisol. Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh. So, what are everyone's plans now? With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for? You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together. Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
Why? Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
No, we can't vote yet. We don't have the whole truth. This case isn't over.
Oh my god.
Huh?
It does seem pretty cut and dry, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
A hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
The part of Maki's testimony that doesn't add up.
Kaito protecting Kokichi, the control panel, drinking. Is it Kokichi drinking the antidote? No. Okay.
They screwed up, big, I'm a fraud!
Is it Kaito protecting Kokichi? Hold on, don't click on it. I don't want to ruin us. Maki becoming the Blackened? Is it because Kokichi stole the antidote? I want to call it anecdote.
Oh, okay, no. Kaito died from the poison arrow I shot.
I was wrong!
So Maki's the Blackened, but... Kaito protecting Kokichi?
I guess so.
No, I guess it's the control panel being damaged.
Damn it!
Because it still works.
Can you imagine him, like doing the wind-up, like, there's a hidden truth in your testimony. And then he's just like, it's Kokichi not drinking the antidote. And she's like, no, that's not it. He's like, it's Kaito protecting Kokichi. And she's like, no.
No, not it.
It's you being the Blackened.
Like,
no. It's not it.
The control panel?
It's the control panel being damaged.
4 hours, people. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Really ruined the moment, Shuichi.
Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Oh yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Nah, the security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
Then why didn't the alarm go off?
I guess one
Like
of
I
those
told
bombs.
You, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right. There must be some kind of reason behind all these oddities.
Yeah.
Finding that reason will help us find the hidden truth. Looks like this isn't over after all, Kimmy.
Yeah!
All right, more Danganronpa.
Another hour and a half.
I did attempt to enter the hangar,
Electro
and I
bomb,
tried
I think
to
is
destroy
it.
the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100%.
Wait. Ah.
Maybe it was just broken.
Oh wait, no, it was blocked.
Perhaps it was turned to
Yeah,
a
I don't
special
think you had
setting?
it.
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie.
Shut up.
Did you really try to break the control panel with it?
Whoa,
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
Okay, yeah, I think it was that I tried to do.
I think you're just a little high up. Yeah.
It seemed like the alarm system itself was working properly. So what can we learn from that?
I did
Okay.
attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife.
I'm gonna check and make
At
sure.
the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had
Yeah.
approached the shutter, the alarm would have 100% certainty.
Yeah, that was
That's
it.
wrong.
V counter. That's wrong.
What does the V stand for? V3?
Yeah.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb? I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
Either to sneak out or because he's not the mastermind.
But we know that the alarm system was neutralized. It had to be. In that case, then
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
the main objective of Kokichi using an electro bomb was
disable the keep away. Disable the press's safety function.
That's it! It was to deactivate the safety function on the press.
Deactivate the safety function?
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
To kill
There's only one
somebody.
reason that anyone would want to do that. But if I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
what aspect of this case runs contrary to the new evidence? The blackened.
Kaito's cause of death.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's terrible. Poor Kaito. Never thought I'd
Kaito's
say
cause
that.
of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
Yes, the cause of death should now be
Hydraulic press. Oh, God.
This is
pretty gross.
The
That's-
hydraulic press.
Oh,
Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
that's disgusting.
What? It
Like,
could
that's
have?
horrible.
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
What do you mean?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what?
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death?
No.
It's not possible.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
What did you say?
What?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim, but rather the unknowable culprit. No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Intuition?
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
I would say Kokichi, because he could have just been unconscious from the poison.
Okay.
Who did you vote for?
Kokichi.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
What's going on with Monokuma right now?
I hope he explodes.
Monokuma, do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either? If Monokuma doesn't know, what does that tell us about the case? Wait, this case?
Yes, that's it. So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
A murder Monokuma couldn't figure out?
But what's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras, strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electrobomb to scramble whatever that was. The electrobomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the exosols... Yes, the exosols weren't protecting Monokuma. They were.
They were watching him.
They were admiring him. That was one of the options.
I liked bullying him.
Monokuma.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
The exosols were on autopilot.
And directed to only observe him.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an exisal, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Interesting.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
You're right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the exisals to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
I told you there's no point. Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind. Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us. Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
As always.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
Right. He's a remnant of despair. How did we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
Well, Monokuma?
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies. Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Yeah, tell us. Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward, you know?
Aren't you normally the forward one? I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth. Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
And what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
Yes.
Himiko's mind is blown.
It's exploding everywhere.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
So it was his interpretation of what he had learned.
Yeah.
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the exosols?
Hi, are you okay?
I just gonna stretch my arm.
Oh. My neck's
If
cold, so this
Kokichi
is
wasn't
fine.
the mastermind,
Aw.
how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
Thank you.
Is that helping? Is this
Fine.
okay?
It's fine.
Sorry. Mew's remote control. Mew's remote control.
Great Shuichi voice.
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Mew?
Oh, you didn't know? Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device. Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the exosols and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite. Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
Were we just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time?
What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating.
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Why are you so certain there's even a mastermind to begin with?
What?
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna know.
The real mastermind is not Kokichi. Who could it be? I was thinking it was Junko Enoshima, but that can't be it. She's dead. We've never come into contact with her. If so, who's done this? Who planned this killing game?
Anyway, this conversation has flown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure out who the culprit is, not the mastermind. So, yeah, get to talking.
I agree. Before we worry about who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How is he supposed to confirm the results?
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma. But you gotta run the class trial too, so no mistakes, okay?
Are you trying to get me to do something?
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore. You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out.
What?
Huh?
So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too. This will be the final class trial. Me versus Monokuma.
You versus Monokuma?
When I play a game, I intend to win. But what's considered winning in this game? Beating the other players? No. Beating the game's mastermind is the true victory. And that's how I'll win! That's why I decided to challenge Monokuma! If I can deceive Monokuma till the very end, then I'll be the winner!
You're dragging us around like this? Just so you can win a game?
As I suspected, your thought process defies all logic.
But since the outside world is in total ruin, this game is the only entertainment we have. At least I can enjoy this game to the fullest and feel good winning.
You really are a remnant of despair. Your way of thinking is just chaotic.
Remnant of despair? Whatevs. Let's just get this started.
Yeah, he doesn't know
If the
what that is.
students or Monokuma don't know who the culprit is, then I'm the winner.
Don't underestimate me, or Shuichi and the others for that matter.
What?
It's just like a remnant of despair to try to assume control of the game. But these kids are all that's left of Hope's Peak Academy. If you think they're gonna make this easy for you, you better think again.
Whose side are you taking here?
Side? Isn't it obvious? Monokuma joins your party.
Oh my god.
Who invited you?
Now, let's join forces and unravel the truth behind this case.
Well, we were going to do it anyway.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah! Let's just focus on the case.
Hey, be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? We've already established what Kokichi is after.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact, you learn something else along with it.
Yes, let's look for that.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
So, another truth comes out. That piece of evidence makes more sense now. The evidence that I couldn't wrap my head around. I don't know what he's talking about. If Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, what evidence needs to be analyzed again? The Monokuma file?
Probably, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I would do the Monokuma file.
Huh? Oh.
So he wasn't in the room.
The murder video.
Yeah.
This is it!
Good job.
Let's discuss the video of Kaito being crushed by the
They
hydraulic
just
press.
stare at each other.
Kokichi said that he filmed that video to prove he was not the victim. But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video? It's pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
Then what kind of mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make?
Maybe he crushed Kaito with the hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown?
But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it. Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. If you get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you.
Huh? Really?
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
You're lying again, Kokichi. There's a method to your madness. If you wanted Monokuma to make a mistake, then showing us the video, it must have something to do with trying to fool Monokuma. Taking the video of the murder, but keeping the victim's identity hidden. What does it show? What doesn't it show?
It shows that he was able to get a camera working.
What am I getting here? Oh wait, I think I hate this one.
Hold on. T-I, is that a W or an M? V?
V, I think it's
Invite?
V and
C.
okay, wait. I'm just gonna.
That's an
Just
M.
gonna-
Okay.
It's an M and okay.
Insight.
just trying. T.
Intimidate. Try I.
I did try I.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you tried C, T, and V?
V. Videos.
Videos.
Is it VI?
We haven't seen a D though. Victim.
M. Victim. Oh, good job.
Nice. So good at that.
Thanks, Kimmy.
You're so welcome.
The victim.
Is it even possible? No, that's a question for later. For now, we know that...
If you show the moment of Kaito's death, of course it would lead us to believe he died. Even if we can't positively identify the body, we would still believe Kaito was the victim. And that might exactly the mistake Kokichi was going for.
Does that mean the victims were switched?
Switched? Then it was some other dead body that got crushed by the hydraulic press?
What?
Where would he even get another body?
There should be plenty to choose from if you reuse the body of a former victim.
If there was an unknown body, then we could guess the victim was switched. But too bad! Switching the victims was impossible. The footage showed the body being crushed. When in the footage would they have been able to switch the victim? And we already established that the footage was not doctored in any way. The camera doesn't have any editing functions. Just play, record, and pause. Monokuma also said that no computer was used to edit the footage. Remember?
What about the body?
Me and my big mouth!
Which means switching out the victim would not be possible.
So could the
Also,
body
if
be
the
edited?
victim was switched, then that would mean Kaito is still alive. We already discussed this so many times. The chance of that happening is impossible.
It might be possible.
Huh?
There could be a trick to make the switch possible. We just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, and what trick is that? See? You don't know, do you? I already said it's impossible.
Maki's not wrong. There is a way it could be done. So we can't just give up here.
Hey, Shuichi. I'll think harder about this as well.
Thanks,
So,
Maki.
Can you confirm whether or not the victims switch places? If Kaito is alive or not?
Maki.
I don't like the thought that I killed Kaito. I don't want that.
Okay then, let's talk about the possibility that Maki-ro mentioned.
Himiko, if you call her that again...
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Let's all talk it over together.
Together. It's from that one thing. Don't forget, you're not alone. Don't know how to do anything yourself. No one's gonna wear you out. Time's hard. You gotta rely on your friends. You gotta rely on friends.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
You've
Jeez,
got
you
to
guys are a
rely
stubborn bunch. There's no
on
trick.
friends.
That's probably another lie.
Uh-huh.
However, if the victims were switched, then that would mean the footage was altered. How could it have been altered when we know that the footage wasn't edited?
If we could figure that out, maybe we'd know how they switched places.
I knew there was a trick to that video the whole time. Kokichi made it, so it's 100% suspicious.
A trick to that video.
It's the body. That's not him. Does he usually wear his pants that short?
What could it be? What's suspicious about it?
It's the body. It's the body. It's
Must
the
be
But
some
body.
how?
trick
It's
to
how's
that
its
video.
body?
I think they took a different body and made it look like him.
How though?
There is no trick. You can check, but there's no editing function in that camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious to any of you? The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
It's up
Person in that
high.
video. Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
Could it be that the video was shot at another location?
Like in 2?
Any other bright ideas? Come on, everybody!
I think it's the
speak up!
hydraulic that stopped for a second.
It did.
Yeah, let's do that.
I feel like someone said something that gives us a clue. If we put our heads together, we can find a hope. We won't fall into despair.
That's right.
I just,
Agree with Kibo.
I just spit everywhere.
That's okay. I didn't feel it.
Well, it wasn't at you.
Good.
In that
Thankfully.
camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious to any of you? The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
The filming angle seemed
Person in that
unnatural.
video. Was it really Kaito?
It's
Something
the
seemed
bot.
off about that video to me. When the
Agreed.
hydraulic press stopped.
You used murder video and not hydraulic press.
Obvious robophobia. Shut up, Kibo.
There must be some trick to that
Oh,
video.
okay. He just called me a bigot.
Yeah, he did. Shut up, Kibo!
Fuck you, Kibo.
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press.
I almost missed that.
I know. But I didn't.
That's right.
Because I'm a winner.
Kibo is
Things are
onto
gonna change, I
something.
can feel it.
Isn't it weird that the hydraulic press stopped for a second? Because when Kibo and I first investigated that hydraulic press,
It didn't stop. He had to roll away.
Yes, that's right. The hydraulic press kept lowering itself without stopping.
but in the video,
The hydraulic press stopped briefly, right before it crushed the body?
But why would it stop?
Why did the press stop? There's only one reason I can think of.
Oh yeah, can I do it? Thanks.
See you guys in 10 minutes.
That is uncalled for.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Not very funny, is it? Ooh, that's a good one.
Not funny because it hits too close to home, huh?
Control panel.
Yeah, what are the rest of them? Let's see, is that... It looks like that's the cut power cord. Am I wrong? Oh wait, no, that's an exisol. Yeah, that's an exisol.
Oh, I should have hit that blue one. Stupid move, Kim.
Is that... What is that?
That's the control panel.
Oh...
So this is the thing.
That's the other thing from the hanger. Is there something in the other corner?
Let's look, shall we?
Okay.
Ooh, good
This
one.
is a nice big one.
All right.
Oh no, don't do that yet. We know it's not the exisol, so...
But there's something over here, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I think we should go with the control panel. Oh boy.
I know. Whoops.
You might be able to change. Do the top white one. Do the top white. Oh, I thought maybe it could.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How do I?
Y or look, move around until it says Y. Oh wait, you probably need to do that white one in the lower left. Yeah, now try it. Yeah.
Yay! Thank you. That was fun.
It's a big ass exisol. Thank God it's not that one.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
I'm over there like click, click, tink, click, click, tink.
the only way to stop the hydraulic press is the force stop button.
An electro bomb went off in the hangar, which would have interfered with the safety function. There'd be no way to stop the hydraulic press unless someone used the force stop button.
When you say someone, you mean Kokichi, right? He was the only one there.
Actually, maybe I pressed it by accident. I don't really remember. So what of it? The press only stopped for like a sec. You can't switch the victim in such a short time, can you?
That's true.
There's also the question of how the bodies got switched while the camera was rolling. That would have clearly been caught on camera.
While the camera was rolling.
Oh, I see. It wasn't just the press that stopped.
Huh? Huh? What do you mean?
If you stop something else at the same time you stop the hydraulic press,
Yes, I see it now. That's how the bodies were switched. If you stop that, you could have swapped the bodies easily. Can I do this one?
Yeah.
Do you know what this is, by the way?
The camera. Nice.
Hard to figure out, like...
That's a hammer.
Oh, it's the electro hammer.
That's
the
bomb.
electro bomb.
This is the camera over here.
Okay. Gotta be sloppy.
That's okay, you have a long time. Noise.
I see it! The culprit stopped the video camera at the same time as the hydraulic press. Then, while the camera was off, they switched the body under the hydraulic press.
They're like...
After the body was swapped, the press and the camera were started simultaneously. So it just looks like the press stopped for a moment.
That's not how video works.
That's what I've been saying this whole time!
When did you ever say that?
So they stopped at the same time. The camera position did seem odd to me. But now I get it. The trick wouldn't work unless it was set up there.
Huh? Why?
To get the trick we just described to work, the camera had to be set up precisely.
Let's pin that down. Where was the camera set up?
The control panel.
Right, it was
Oh.
here.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand the map at first.
Yeah, it was an overhead view.
Yeah.
The video camera must have been set up somewhere around here. To operate the press and the camera at the same time, it would have to be near the switch.
That's why the video was taken from that unnatural angle. If they were recording it like normal, they would have used a better angle.
And if it was recorded at such an odd angle, then that proves the trick was used.
Camera angles, huh? Looks like your cosplayer experience is finally useful.
Well, cosplay doesn't really come up all that much in class trials.
There was a reason the camera was set up there, but also a reason for the height. When the press was stopped, you couldn't really see who was inside it, correct?
Just the
That was
hand.
intentional. The body is mostly hidden by the press, making the swap easier.
The camera must have been placed at such a high position, so it would produce that angle.
I wonder if they used that tripod in the hangar to adjust the camera's height.
Did they get that from the warehouse too? Jeez, that place is like a 4D pocket.
You don't get to make that reference.
Then, that logic is correct, right? Kokichi used that video angle trick and switched the victim in the hydraulic press. In that case, Kaito is...
Or he was crushed by the press. He was swapped with a different body. So Kaito's still alive!
Well, wait just a minute.
What? But I just summed it up so nicely.
Himiko, the different body you mentioned, what are you talking about?
The bodies from the other cases. Kokichi's the mastermind, so he... Wait, the mastermind?
Yeah, Kokichi isn't the mastermind, so I don't think he'd be able to produce a body to switch out.
What?
Well, Monokuma, do the rules allow for a body to be reused?
Very well, I'll answer that.
You're giving in pretty easily.
Well, It's crucial information to make the trial fair. This discussion is pointless if it's not clear what the culprit was allowed to do, right?
You're a convenient mastermind, but I guess that makes defeating you worth my time.
Now then, regarding the reuse of a dead body. That is impossible! All the dead bodies have already been thrown away.
Thrown away?
The other bodies are gone? Then who did Kaito switch places with?
Kokichi and Kaito were the only ones in the hangar at that time. If they were the only ones present during the body swapping trick, then the real victim was...
Kokichi. Yeah.
If it wasn't an old body, it could only be...
What's wrong, Shuichi? Who did Kaito switch places with?
Maki, I think I missed something very important here.
Something important?
If I have the timeline right, there were only 2 people in the hangar at that time. Which means that something had to have been decided before. I had to pin that down. Can't let anything escape me this time.
Something had to have been decided before?
Yeah. Oh, God. What is this one? Victim?
Victim.
I think it's...
SWAT. Share. Victim. Blame.
Victim... Switch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the S?
Give it a moment.
Victim... There's an H.
Twitch.
I gotta wait. There's a D.
There's a P.
Okay, so it's not switch. D. Oh, look, those two are hitting each other. Victim. Helped.
Helped.
We both saw it at the same time.
And then one of these two is a D.
Thank you.
I see now. I can't believe I overlooked this. What do you mean? There were only 2 people in the hangar at the time the bodies were swapped. Which means they were working together.
Huh? Working together?
The only 2 people involved in the swap were the victim and the culprit. The culprit was operating the camera and the hydraulic press, while the victim lay inside. If they switched places while the press and the camera were stopped, then the person who turned the camera and the press back on was the original victim. To put it simply, both people operated the press and camera at different times. An impossible trick, unless the victim and culprit agreed to cooperate beforehand.
Victim and culprit cooperated? Is that even possible?
It sounds bizarre, but perhaps that was the whole point. Commit a crime that was so confusing, even Monokuma would be tricked.
Jeez, this culprit's a real jerk. So, have you realized who done it yet?
The culprit of this case. If my detective work hasn't failed me, the culprit is inside that exisal.
Is it shaking?
It can only be them.
Kaito.
The apparent victim we saw in the video was Kaito, which means Kokichi was operating the hydraulic press and camera at first. If the 2 of them switched while the press was stopped, then the culprit who started the hydraulic press again and crushed Kokichi must be Kaito. So, the person inside that exisal isn't Kokichi. It has to be Kaito.
What did you say?
So the culprit for this case is Kaito Momota. That is what the ultimate detective has deduced, right?
Kaito is the culprit? What? You're joking, right? You can't be serious.
I don't want to believe it either, but it's the only way any of this makes sense. My detective work has led me to the conclusion that Kaito is the culprit.
Is that true? Is Kaito really in there?
Hey, answer us! If you really are Kaito, then...
I'm the culprit.
Huh?
There's just no way that Kaito can still be alive. Because I'm the culprit.
Wait, you? But didn't you say...
I saw it with my own eyes. Kokichi drank the antidote that he stole from Kaito. There's no doubt Kaito died. And he died because of my poison arrow.
But you told us you didn't want to kill Kaito.
Yes, I never wanted to. I wanted to believe that I didn't kill him. But the truth speaks differently. In the end, I was just running away from the facts.
Huh? I don't understand.
Maki, are you trying to protect Kaito? If he's the culprit, you're trying to help him get away.
There was only one antidote, so it's more likely he died from my poison arrow. This is the truth.
It's not decided yet. I could have still killed him with the hydraulic press. Either way, those are the two options. Monokuma knows the answer, right?
Huh? Are those the only options?
I guess that's how things turned out.
No, that can't be! The person in that exisal is...
It's not Kaito! I saw Kokichi drink the antidote! There's no mistake. Kaito is dead. I killed Kaito. There's absolutely no doubt. That's the truth.
Stop trying to kill us.
Ah, I thought so. Maki is trying to protect Kaito. I understand how she feels, but if Kaito's the culprit, why did he agree to Kokichi's plan? I can't imagine that Kaito would do something so selfish. There must be a reason for it. I truly believe that. But I have to get to the bottom of this before I can uncover that truth.
But Maki, you don't know for certain that Kokichi drank the antidote.
What?
You saw him drink it right in front of you, but you couldn't confirm he actually did it.
The lid was still
So
on.
maybe there's another possibility.
What are you talking about? Impossible. That's impossible. There is no other possibility. I killed Kaito!
Cool.
Oh no. Ooh.
I killed Kaito! You're the one who's wrong. He died from my poison arrow. There's no other possibility. What do you know? I killed Kaito! You're the one who's wrong. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm telling you, this is the truth. But you keep getting in the way. You're so goddamn annoying. It doesn't matter what you say. I was at the scene. So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. But I won't run away from the truth anymore. Because I know what I saw. I was at the scene.
Oh.
So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. But I won't run away from the truth anymore.
Damn.
Because I know what I saw. I was at the scene. So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. I saw Kokichi drink the antidote.
Yeah.
It ends here!
Her clothes weren't quite as ripped as
Kokichi
past
just
ones.
pretended to drink the antidote. He didn't actually drink it.
That's right.
He pretended to drink it?
Drinking the antidote was part of his lie. Maki could only see so much through the window. She didn't confirm Kokichi drank it. I believe that Kokichi knew this and just pretended to drink the antidote. After Maki left, he gave the antidote to Kaito. There's a strong possibility that all of this was done to make Kaito cooperate.
Make him cooperate?
The swapping trick required the victim and culprit to work together. Kaito's cooperation was essential to Kokichi's plan. However, I don't think Kokichi would be able to sway Kaito easily. He needed leverage. He gave Kaito the antidote in exchange for his cooperation.
In exchange for his own life, you mean?
Kaito had no choice. He had to cooperate after Kokichi saved his life. That's just Kaito's character, and Kokichi knew that. He swallowed his pride with the antidote and agreed to participate in Kokichi's plan.
But didn't Kokichi make this plan? What good is it for him if he's dead?
I imagine this was all part of Kokichi's plan to confuse us. You wouldn't think that someone would plan their own murder.
He went so far as to give up his life, just to create this mystery?
Only Kokichi could think of something so nefarious. Who else would agree to die just to execute their plan?
That's crazy. Why would he go that far?
I bet Kokichi was determined to beat me at my own game, no matter what. But too bad! Shuichi figured out the truth!
Truth? Are you sure it's not delusion?
Delusion?
A delusion completely off the mark. To make you think that I died. But who cares what you guys think? This is between me and Monokuma. I don't give a crap if the extras in this game get it right or not.
Extras?
I'm fine with being an extra.
Huh? Why?
If we're just extras, then even if we get it wrong, we won't get killed.
No, I'd still kill you all. Don't put Kokichi's words in my mouth.
No, I'd still.
But why? You are being so friendly with us.
If Monokuma gets it right, then he takes everyone's lives, yeah? But if Monokuma gets it wrong, then he'd have no right to take everyone's lives. If Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, then this killing game can't function anymore.
Can't function anymore.
Kaito, I believe in you.
If you're cooperating with this plan, you must have a reason. To determine that reason, I need to reveal the truth.
I still think Kaito is the culprit. Thinking of it that way makes all the pieces fit. I will show you the truth. The truth you can't deny.
Oh my god, we're finally here.
I know, right?
Okay.
So, let's see. What do we even have? We have hit the Exisol, the only antidote, an Exisol inside the hangar, Electro Bomb. Oh, we also have Trail of Blood.
Okay, cool.
Which I think those are kind of later.
So that's
what did
gonna be
Maki
the
hit
hammer.
with the Electro Hammer? So that's this one. Okay. Where did the culprit shoot Kokichi? We don't have that yet.
Yeah.
What happened? What opened the shutter and got inside the hangar?
An exisal. I don't think we have it.
An exisal inside the hangar?
Oh, yeah.
Who was hit by the first arrow Maki fired?
I don't think we have that yet.
I don't have that yet. Who was hit by the second arrow? What did Kokichi take from the culprit?
We have that.
Yeah, only antidote. Yeah. After Maki left, what weapon did Kokichi take out? Electro bomb?
Yeah.
And then the last one we have is Trail of Blood. So, let's see. This? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So we got Drink the Antidote.
Which was...
Kokichi in the press. The culprit in the press. Assembled the crossbow. Which I think that one is...
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The very first one.
Yeah. Okay, so we got those two.
What's the next square?
Okay, so we got them in the press and Drink the Antidote. So those are later.
Yeah.
Who actually drank the antidote? Kaito.
Yeah.
And then the two people in the press. Who was put in the hydraulic press first?
The culprit.
And then the next one, Kokichi in the press. Okay, so let's go all the way back. Where'd the culprit shoot Kokichi? Okay, let's see. Kokichi's, no. The right arm, yeah, actually.
And then the back, because she shot him in the back.
Who was hit by the first arrow?
He
that
was our dear friend Kokichi.
Kokichi's back. Okay. Who was hit by the second arrow?
Aww.
Culprit's left arm. What evidence did the culprit leave in the bathroom? Their clothes, right? Or 3 arrows. Three arrows. The culprit. Yeah. And then clothes. All right.
Good job.
This is the truth of the case.
We did it together.
We're a great
Let's go
team.
over the trick that Kokichi and the culprit
Thanks,
created
bud.
together.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. What's autoplay? Is it? What is autoplay?
Too late now.
There we go.
Oh.
Last night, Kibo saw Himiko from the window of his lab. She was carrying a black case and
I like
heading
the
to
comic
the
art.
Exisal hangar.
I do too.
When she reached the hangar, she handed the case to someone
okay.
through the bathroom window. That someone is the culprit of this case. Locked in the bathroom, the culprit had asked Himiko to bring them a certain weapon. A disassembled crossbow from Maki's lab. The culprit was going to use the crossbow to challenge Kokichi to a fight. Some time passed, and Maki made her way to the hangar. She was going to the hangar to kill Kokichi and save the culprit trapped in the bathroom. However, the hangar had an electric barrier preventing her from entering. Fortunately for her, she had an electro hammer to get around the barrier, in a way. She used her electro hammer to disable an exisal and climbed inside. She knew exisals could bypass the barrier, so she got inside one. Around that time, the culprit and Kokichi began their confrontation. While Kokichi was checking up on them, the culprit ambushed him with a crossbow. But the culprit didn't intend to kill Kokichi. They just wanted to disable him. That's why the culprit aimed for Kokichi's right arm. If they really wanted to kill him, they would have shot him in his vitals. Kokichi reeled from the arrow, and the culprit jumped on him immediately. He didn't want Kokichi to have the chance to summon an exisal with a remote. While they were fighting, something happened that caught them both off guard. The shutter of the hangar opened, and an exisal stepped inside. Kokichi was definitely not expecting an exisal to interrupt them. He pulled out his remote in an attempt to control the exisal. But Maki leaped out of the cockpit and shot Kokichi with her crossbow. The arrow hit Kokichi right in the back, and it was no normal arrow. The tip was covered in a lethal poison from my lab called Strike 9 poison. The poison kills slowly. It seems as if Maki wanted Kokichi to confess before he died. But even with poison in his veins, Kokichi continued to spin his lies. When she had had enough, Maki tried to finish him off with another poisoned arrow. But this time, Maki was the one caught by surprise. To keep Maki from becoming the Blackened, the culprit used their body to shield Kokichi. The culprit's left arm was struck by a poison arrow. Maki remembered that there was an antidote in my lab and immediately ran off to get it. The Strike 9 poison slowly circulated through their systems and would soon kill them both. But in that desperate situation, Kokichi thought up a clever lie. He incorporated this unforeseen event into his plan to help him win the killing game. Or should I say, help him defeat Monokuma. That was Kokichi's true objective. It's why he claimed to be the mastermind. Thinking fast, Kokichi closed the shutter so that Maki could not re-enter the hangar. Thus, Kokichi's final lie was set into motion. When Maki returned with the antidote, she couldn't get back inside the hangar. So she went around to the hangar bathroom and passed the antidote through the window. But after the culprit was given the antidote, Kokichi immediately snatched it. Kokichi drank down all of the antidote while the culprit and Maki watched in horror. Maki must have been panicking, thinking the only antidote was now gone. She believed that the culprit was going to die from her own poisoned arrow. But it was all another one of Kokichi's lies. He had only pretended to drink the antidote. Maki tried desperately to break into the hangar, even slashing the control panel. But she couldn't get the shutter to open again. Defeated, she had no choice but to leave. After Maki had left, Kokichi took out another weapon. An electrobomb, capable of disabling communication devices for hours. Kokichi's plan was to use an electrobomb to knock out Monokuma's surveillance cameras. That was why he commissioned Mew to make the bombs in the first place. After detonating an electrobomb, Kokichi coerced the culprit into drinking the antidote. In exchange for the antidote, Kokichi asked the culprit to cooperate with his plan. Kokichi needed to work with the culprit to execute his final lie. Under normal circumstances, the culprit would never have agreed to such a plan. But because the culprit owed him for saving their life, they agreed to Kokichi's request. Request is a generous term. It was more like blackmail. In any case, the two were now working together as accomplices in an insane plan. There was a lot to prepare and not a lot of time. They had to work fast. If Kokichi died from the Strike 9 poison, the whole plan would be ruined. After fabricating the scene in the bathroom, the culprit dragged Kokichi to the hydraulic press.
Grab.
So painful.
This is how the swipe pattern bloodstain from the bathroom to the press was created. Kokichi, with the support of the culprit, stood in front of the press's control panel. The two of them were finally ready to execute the insane lie. While Kokichi was setting up the video camera near the hydraulic press's control
It looks
panel,
like a gun.
the culprit laid face up inside the press, draping their coat over their shoulders. Then, Kokichi activated the press and the camera's record button at the same time. The hydraulic press came down slowly, all caught on tape for us to see. Normally, the safety function would have triggered, but the electrobomb had disabled it. The press got lower and lower, and just as the culprit disappeared from view, Kokichi pressed the force stop button and the camera's pause button simultaneously. The two then switched places and also switched roles. The culprit and the victim. The would-be victim became our culprit and started up the press and camera. Kokichi had saved the culprit's life because his trick required their cooperation. He wanted to win the killing game, even if it meant dying himself. And so, Kokichi was crushed by the press, and the whole thing was caught on video. The culprit's left sleeve was dangling from the press, making us think he was the victim. Now alone, the culprit collected the video camera and tore the hydraulic press's power cord so that it could never be raised again. This would make it impossible for us to determine the identity of the crushed body. But there was another reason the victim was killed in this way. It obfuscated the cause of death, making the case that much more difficult to solve. This was all part of Kokichi's plan to create a murder not even Monokuma could figure out. With the press disabled, the culprit returned to the bathroom to flush Kokichi's clothes. Finally, they climbed inside of an exisal to hide and waited with bated breath.
They were inside the red
And here they
exisal
are
the
now
whole time
in this trial,
while we were investigating.
pretending to be Kokichi.
Holy cow.
They're trying to deceive Monokuma in order to defeat the true mastermind. And that's it. That's Kokichi's unidentified culprit trick.
Wouldn't revealing it be a big ol' problem?
The culprit is in that exisal. It's you, isn't it?
Imagine if you just saw this screenshot, like before the trial.
Yeah.
You would have been like, I knew it!
Been waiting for Kaito
Kaito
to
Momota, the ultimate astronaut.
Been waiting for him to kill someone since like trial 2.
I know. I'm surprised you didn't say Kaito Momoto, the luminary of the stars.
Luminary of the trial.
I'm right, aren't I? That's you in there, isn't it, Kaito?
Really? Is it really Kaito?
I must reluctantly agree with Shuichi's deduction.
Man, Shuichi sure loves his crazy deductions.
Huh?
You're still not gonna admit it?
Admit it, but it's wrong.
But logically speaking, his deduction tracks.
If it's really Kaito in there, he would have admitted it by now.
Is Shuichi's reasoning wrong somehow?
No, my detective work was flawless. It's the truth. I'm sure that Kaito is inside that exisal. So why is Kaito still fighting me? Is this about Monokuma? Or is there another aspect to this?
You claim everything is set, and that's it. You don't have any evidence, do you? You all think the body was switched when the hydraulic press stopped for a moment. But that's just speculation in the end. No evidence to back it up.
The sleeve is still
So
on there.
if we reverse our reverse way of thinking, then it's likely I didn't do anything, right? It's totally possible that the body switching never happened and Kaito is dead. Not just possible, it's the actual truth.
Well, it's true. There's no proof that the bodies were switched.
No, we should trust Shuichi's deduction. I'm sure everything will be okay. This emotion I've learned, I believe you call it faith. That's what I feel right now.
That's
That's
interesting.
right. We have to believe in Shuichi.
Well, I don't care either way. But if you guys get it wrong, you'll have to deal with Monokuma. What will the results of this voting time be? If Monokuma makes a mistake, he won't be able to execute anyone, right? Then it will be my victory. And that will ruin the entire killing game.
Ruin? I see. So that's your objective. I thought we already did this though. You meant to ruin the killing game itself, which I thought he said earlier.
Yeah. Duh.
This is the only part of the trial that I'm like, you already got there, I thought. That's why Kaito has been so stubborn all this time. But what does he mean by ruin exactly? Monokuma can do whatever he wants to the rules. How do you ruin something like that? What would be the point?
Come on, Monokuma. Start the voting already.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Sheesh! Let's proceed with voting time, shall we? Sorry I fell short of your expectations, but I'm pretty sure I won't make any mistakes. 'Cause I got the ultimate detective's airtight logic on my side.
Now I know the whole truth and why. I believe in my own logic, and I believe in Kaito. From this point on, it's not about logic. It's about how far I'm willing to go. I believe in you, Kaito, not as a detective, but as Shuichi Saihara.
Beautiful.
Can I just say something? I'd like to have one last conversation before we vote.
One last conversation?
There's more to talk about?
Everyone's like,
You
again?
see, before we vote, there's something I have to say. I just need you all to listen. All right, let's pin this down. Who is inside that exisal?
Kaito, right?
That's what you said, isn't it?
Kokichi's the one who died. And the culprit is Kaito standing right there.
Isn't that correct?
Of course not! I would never die!
I trust Shuichi.
So are we trying to deceive everyone?
Huh?
Are we trying to deceive everyone?
I think we're refuting Monokuma, but I think maybe we're lying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What if I turned it all... Everything that we've determined up to now. What if I turned it all on its head? Yes, I need to lie. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
let's pin this down.
Okay, wait. But what do we need
Who
to
was
lie
inside that exisal?
about? I saw Kokichi,
Kaito,
maybe.
right?
Maybe we're
That's what
lying
you
about
said, isn't it?
Kokichi's disappearance.
Kokichi's the one who
I'll
Yeah.
reveal the truth.
Yeah, we're lying that he disappeared. We're gonna say that we saw him.
But
Kokichi, I'm sorry. I just can't lie for you anymore.
What?
What do you mean, lie?
Why did you say Kokichi? The one in the exisal is...
I'm so sorry, everyone. I've deceived you all.
Huh?
The truth is, after we found the crushed body, I saw Kokichi.
You saw Kokichi?
Yes. He threatened me, told me that if I didn't do what he said, he'd kill us all. He wanted me to lie about what I saw, so that the trial would be more interesting. But I can't do it anymore. I have to tell the
can't keep
truth.
lying like this.
Yeah, sorry.
Kokichi isn't dead. He's alive.
Oh, hold on! Why did you wait until now to mention this?
I'm so sorry, Kibo, but it's true.
Really? I really am sorry, but this is the only way. Kaito's trying to fool Monokuma, trying to ruin the class trial. If Kaito's risking his life to do this, then I'll stand by him. I believe in Kaito. I will believe in what he's trying to do. He's not doing this to hurt us. I'm sure he's trying to save us all. If Monokuma wants to rely on my detective work, fine. I'll just lie.
It's too
Everyone,
late for that.
please,
I know.
don't vote for Kaito. There's
Kaito.
no doubt about it. Kokichi is in that exisal. He's the culprit.
Hey, Shuichi, I don't know what you're scheming, but as far as I'm concerned, you guys aren't extras at all. If you guys are wrong, you're gonna have to take your punishments like champs. Got it?
I'm not wrong. We can't vote for Kaito.
Stop it! That's enough.
Huh?
It's over. If you guys get it wrong and Monokuma gets it right, then you'll all get punished. There's no way I can let that happen. So, it's fine. Let's end this.
So close.
I know.
Kaito!
So, it really was you?
My bad for tricking you guys. I'll explain everything. But before that, it's voting time. All right, don't get it wrong. I'm definitely the culprit. You got it? I'm the one who killed Kokichi.
Kaito, no!
It's just like you to figure it all out, Shuichi. You're really something else. So all you gotta do is believe in your reasoning. That's what detectives do. Hey, Monokuma, let's hurry up and get this vote started!
Well said. Let's get this started then. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
All right. Well,
It's Kaede.
voting for Kaito.
Yeah.
Don't be too happy. Wow.
And I'm just joking.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Wow, no one voted for Kokichi.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened.
Yeah. All right, you ready to voice act
Yeah.
for another
Half an hour.
half an hour or so? 45 maybe? So loud. That's right, give me an A. Oh, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
No, just it was a joke. It was a joke.
I did fine.
You did great.
No, I did fine. And it's fine.
All right, you
Everything's
did
fine.
B.
I did,
did-
beautifully.
Yes.
Well,
Well, if the culprit's gonna confess, then I guess even morons can't screw this up.
absolutely right.
The Blackened, who killed Kokichi is Kaito Momota. You all got it right. So y'all got it right, huh? Even Shuichi and Maki voted for me. What a relief. Well, I knew you guys wouldn't get it wrong.
But you know,
But man, was it hard to act like Kokichi the whole time. I mean, sure, he wrote most of his lines.
jeez.
Seriously, look at this huge script. He wrote the whole thing. It's even got a bunch of alternate lines for different events, too.
And he was organized.
But even so, I still had to ad-lib. You guys couldn't tell, though, huh?
Come on, man.
Hey, come on, guys. Don't look so sad. You guys got it right. It's all good.
Why?
Why did you kill Kokichi? You were against the killing game, so why did you kill him? I believed that you absolutely wouldn't do such a thing.
Maki. Was she protecting Kaito? Or just believing in him like me?
That's right.
Yeah, I should explain. Most of it's just like Shuichi said.
After Kokichi pretended to take the antidote, he gave it to me. I mean,
They told me that I had to cooperate with his plan.
hey!
Plan? What plan? I've been thinking this whole time of a way to throw the mastermind off guard.
What?
Throw them off guard? What are you talking about? You're the mastermind.
Ah.
Oh, that was a lie. I only pretended to be the mastermind.
What?
Pretended? You all fell for it. But you know, I prepared a bunch of stuff. Like this remote control. I had Mew make it. The mysterious message in the courtyard, using Gonta and making him a murderer. All that preparation was just to make you guys think I was the mastermind.
What?
What the hell? Why'd you do all that? The reason why I pretended to be the mastermind
Shit!
was to end this boring killing game.
Huh?
To end it,
Yeah.
I thought if I showed you the despairing truth, you guys wouldn't want to go outside anymore. I thought it would end the killing game. But instead, this happened. I'm gonna die by Maki's hands. Why do you think this happened? Why do you think Maki tried to kill me? Why do you think the killing game started again?
What?
Why?
Oh, man.
Because the true mastermind instigated it. I'm certain of it. They made a move without us noticing. Man, Thanks to that, everything is ruined.
Hold on!
The true mastermind instigated it. So whoever that person is, they also instigated Maki's actions too.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, he probably tried to eliminate me because I pretended to be the mastermind.
What? My actions were instigated by the true mastermind? But that can't be. The reason I decided to kill Kokichi was because I remembered the truth from the flashback light.
Could it be...
Maybe making you remember the truth was what the mastermind wanted.
Huh? What?
Maybe the true mastermind had us use the flashback lights, so we would target Kokichi as a remnant of despair.
Which means...
So the flashback light itself was the true mastermind's trap all along. They expected us to target Kokichi once we remembered he was a remnant of despair.
Okay,
Kokichi certainly expected it. That's why he talked about the true mastermind. But even so, this is all rather convenient for the true mastermind. The person claiming to be the mastermind just so happened to be a remnant of despair? We're all students of Hope's Peak Academy, and our fates are tied to the remnants of despair. I never would have imagined that fate would bring us to Kokichi's murder. It just plays too nicely for the true mastermind. I didn't know about that flashback light. Guess that's another mystery for you.
I mean,
Anyway, like I was saying,
you know,
then who is the true mastermind? Who knows? I don't know either.
But
But it doesn't matter. We can't lose. This game is pointless unless you win. That's why I thought of a special plan. When I'm on the verge of losing, my plan will help me win.
huh?
I don't really get it, but is this the plan to throw off the mastermind? Well, it's not that difficult. Kaito, I need you to kill me.
What? I mean,
The plan was to make a case where the victim was unknown, and then trick Monokuma into thinking I was the victim so he'd mess up. If he ruled that either Maki Roll or Kokichi were the blackened, then I'd show myself and Monokuma's ruling would be invalid. And if Monokuma's ruling was invalid, the killing game would end.
but...
That's what I'm most curious about. What makes you think it would end?
that's right.
Yeah, I asked Kokichi about that myself. Why would Monokuma care if he messed up on who the blackened was? And this is what he said.
well, you know...
Even if it's Monokuma or the true mastermind, they can't break the rules as they please. Being unfair like that isn't allowed.
Hold up.
What do you mean?
yeah.
Death games are meant to be watched. If no one was watching, there would be no reason to be such a stickler about the rules. There would be no point in making this a game in the first place.
But
But Monokuma's been a stickler about the rules, and about making the game interesting. That's why he agreed to my plan in the virtual world.
which means
Which means Monokuma is aware that someone is watching us. In which case, I have no doubt that this death game is being shown to someone.
What did you say? So, this is some kind of show?
But who'd be watching? We're the only people left alive, aren't we?
Yeah,
That's right, the flashback light is the reason we even remember that.
Nah.
But Kokichi might have been right. Why have a death game if no one's watching? I wasn't sure about it at first, but after this class trial, there's no doubt.
Listen up.
Monokuma can't do whatever he wants. He's bound by the rules of the game. That's why he couldn't afford to get the culprit wrong. Why he relied on Shuichi.
Yeah.
It's just like Kokichi said. If this game's rules matter so much, someone's watching. A death game is made to be watched. If that's true, then who? Who is watching this?
Hey, what's this all about, Monokuma? Is this killing game really a show for someone?
Who can say? Ugh.
Yeah,
Why won't you tell us? We were friends during the trial.
Here we go.
I know.
You guys.
Honestly, I was just happy you guys cooperated with me.
Well,
Humans love to help. They jump at any opportunity to extend a helping hand.
Well then,
Then here's another question. Who are you really? If Kokichi, a remnant of despair, is not the mastermind,
incomprehensible.
then who's the true mastermind? Is it another remnant of despair like him?
ahem.
I'm not gonna spill the beans on a perfect to be continued cliffhanger like that.
Why, they're just too cute.
What?
Huh? Really?
Hey,
I understand Kokichi's plan, but why did you agree to work with him, Kaito? Why did you agree to kill Kokichi? Because he saved your life? You should have just ignored him. He's better off dead anyway.
Nah.
It's kind of hard to ignore such an annoying guy.
What?
Jeez.
I wonder how far ahead he planned this evil scheme of his.
What?
Yeah, but killing you?
Don't screw around.
What are you talking about? You want me to kill you? I figured you'd react like that. But are you sure you're okay with that? Because if this poison kills me, then Maki would become the blackened. And her crime would be exposed so easily.
Well, you know.
If that happens, then Maki and I would have died for no reason, right? Which is just what the true mastermind expects.
What? You?
Damn it! That's playing dirty! So that's why you gave me the antidote. I am the ultimate supreme leader. There are no depths I won't sink to. Even if I have to sacrifice myself! Anyway, this is our chance. Our chance to end this killing game.
Ruin this killing game.
That's why you have to kill me, so we can win and ruin this killing game. We'll bring the true mastermind and everyone who's watching. We'll bring them down to utter despair. Then everyone who died can rest in peace. Oh, oh crap. I'm gonna die soon. Get this started already?
Nice dying.
Damn.
You're seriously crazy, dude. But, you know,
At least I
I
wasn't boring, right?
Aww,
that
little
punk.
boy.
then
That's me. Good dying, by the way.
Oh,
I knew
thanks.
you didn't hear me.
Oh, thanks.
Then he blackmailed you by using me?
Nah.
No, I agreed to his plan once I heard the words ruin this killing game.
Lies.
Jeez.
It was crazy, but that let him come up with some crazy plans. And we need a crazy plan in order to stand a chance against Monokuma. I bet on that chance. I didn't have any other choice.
Damn it.
Cause I'm out of time.
What?
Time.
Could it be?
Kaito, you mean your health?
What are you talking about?
But you said you were fine. You told me not to worry about it anymore.
My bad.
That was a lie.
A lie?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Honestly, I'm at my limit just talking.
He's so happy right now. No, it can't be.
But you know,
But I gotta wonder how this happened. I don't remember at all. In my memories, I was fine during the medical exam for my training. If he was fine during the medical exam, then that means
Could it be?
this might be the virus.
what?
Virus?
If I remember correctly,
One of the plagues that caused our planet to crumble. A virus carried by meteorites that spread across the globe. Hope's Peak Academy, along with the rest of the planet, was in danger of extinction. Even though we had come so far and triumphed over so much despair, we were almost wiped out in an instant.
could it be?
This must have something to do with the virus. Kaito didn't use that flashback light. so he might not remember it.
But weren't we supposed to be immune? We were selected because we didn't.
Well,
Perhaps the virus was dormant when you were selected for the Gopher Project.
to tell you the truth,
You could have been infected the whole time, showing no symptoms until very recently.
What did you say?
What?
Kaito is infected with the virus? But how can that be?
Jeez. I don't know what you're talking about, but I guess I'm pretty screwed, huh? Well, I knew this was coming. That's why I agreed to Kokichi's plan.
But you know,
When I found out about the plan, I thought it was pretty awesome.
hey, so
Kokichi left me with a whole outline of it. I freaked out when I read it. It was a pretty good plan. I thought we might be able to trick Monokuma. But I knew Shuichi'd see it right through it in the end. I don't know why I had such trouble with that line. Huh? What?
well done.
And that's exactly how it went. Nice job, Shuichi. You're really something.
Well then,
Kaito, did you?
That's right.
Yeah, I knew you guys would figure everything out.
Got it.
That's why I was able to get on board with Kokichi and lie to you like that. Even if I messed stuff up during the trial, I knew Shuichi'd see the truth.
That's my sidekick.
Just what I'd expect from my sidekick.
Why?
If you knew I'd see it through, why?
Then, if you knew it was pointless from the start, then you shouldn't have gone that far.
Nah.
It wasn't pointless. It ended up being a huge success.
What's that mean?
Why?
I mean,
Because of this plan and Kokichi pretending to be the mastermind,
got it.
we got closer to the true mastermind's lair. Behind this truth, there's gotta be a hint that leads to the real truth.
huh?
The real truth?
Yeah.
No doubt. That's why Kokichi gave his life.
But
You talk as if he was your partner, when you hated him so strongly before.
What?
Oh, I hate his guts. Honestly, I'm still pissed off at him. He made us go through so much crap. To the end, no, even beyond that. He was a lying sack of shit.
hey,
It's getting harder to breathe, so please, can you...
Hey, so
Can I ask you one thing? You want to ruin this killing game, but you kept saying how fun the game was. That was a lie. Obviously. How could a game that you're forced to play be fun? Shit. I had to think this game was fun to survive. I had to lie to myself.
huh?
You little... The bastards who created this game to toy with our lives. And the shit's enjoying it. They all piss me off.
That's us!
Shit!
That's why I'm willing to do whatever it takes to end this game.
Kokichi said that?
Nah.
That could have been a lie too. He probably just said so I'd cooperate with him. Was it really a lie? I think his dying words may have been the honest truth.
It's a lie!
No, it's definitely a lie. He's not the type to shed real tears.
But I wonder which one it is.
A lie or the truth? Even now at the very end, I don't really understand Kokichi. But maybe that's what lying is all about. The truth is in the eye of the beholder, huh? Kokichi was the very embodiment of a lie.
He's not an art form.
That pretty much wraps up my explanation. Now, finally, I need to apologize to Shuichi.
Huh?
What? Me?
I mean,
To be honest, I was jealous of you.
Huh?
Jealous?
that's right.
Because you were always saving us, you know? Your detective skills kept us alive. You were just way too cool, and I got frustrated.
My bad.
So that's why I was so harsh on you. My bad.
That's wrong.
Hey, no, Kaito, that's not true.
Hey,
I was only so confident because you were there for me, Kaito. When you made me your sidekick, You said that you'd take the responsibility, and that's why I can do all this. If you didn't talk to me back then, even now I'd be... Kaito!
Ew.
Kaito!
What? Are you okay?
How can I be okay? I'm about to die.
Okay.
You sure are, bucko! 'Cause it's punishment time! Punishment?
I won't let you.
I won't let you kill him.
Kaito.
You planning to get in my way? You know what'll happen if you do that, don't you?
So what?
I don't care what happens. I plan to kill you anyway from the start.
Indeed.
Yes, I've been determined to fight back for a while now.
Cut it out.
No, stop!
Kaito,
No, Kaito, I can't. I can't let you die, Kaito.
that's it.
I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if you're dying. I won't let Monokuma touch you.
What was that?
What's so funny?
Hey!
Oh, just think about life and how irreplaceable it is. Know what I mean?
Huh?
What? When a life ends, those closest to it mourn. But if you could somehow recycle that life, then those closest to it wouldn't need to mourn anymore, right?
That's nice.
If we could recycle life, the world would be filled with hope. That's my point.
Hey,
What are you talking?
Hey!
All right, kids, time for your grand re-entrance.
No.
Rise and shine, Earthsign! With our powers combined, we are the Mono Cubs!
huh?
I'm Monotaro. No matter how you read it or spell it or say it, it's still Monotaro.
What the? That's totally a lie.
By the way,
What the hell's going on? I could have swore there was more of you chumps before.
hell yeah!
Before.
Fuck if I know. Let's destroy Mondum now. This sad sack is bumming me the fuck out.
What did you say?
What the? Weren't all the Mono Cubs completely destroyed?
Hey,
Those old Mono Cubs were destroyed. These Mono Cubs are the latest model. They still got their factory settings, so in a way, it's like they're brand new characters.
thank you so much.
But who cares? Now that my Cubs are back, I'm not lonely and miserable anymore.
What was that? You brought them back on a whim like that?
You guys.
You guys are just as replaceable. Maybe not as replaceable as the Mono Cubs, but finding other people to participate in this killing game is easier than you might think. Finding other people?
Oh well.
I got no idea what's going on or what any of this means, but that's right.
Nice.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! We're so fucking lovable and shit. Except Monodum, of course.
Hey!
Oh, do you know what else this means?
Shing!
Now that the Mono Cubs are back, I've got my Exisol entourage protecting me again. Still wanna defy me now?
This is bad. If he's got the exosols again.
Shut up.
So what?
I won't let you kill him.
It doesn't matter. I won't let you kill Kaito. I'll fight until the end.
Stop. Even if you fight the Exisols, you'll just get killed, damn it. The remote control and the last electro bomb were crushed in the press.
No, I won't give up.
Maki roll. Enough already.
I've never felt this way before. I've always fought to kill, but this is the first time I fought to protect someone.
Huh?
And I've never been given a nickname like Maki Roll before either.
What?
You.
And I've never met someone as stubborn as you before. And I've never fallen for someone before.
What?
Maki roll? Maki?
No, I don't want this to end. I just don't.
I won't let you kill him.
That's why I won't let you kill Kaito. I absolutely won't let you.
My bad.
Maki roll? I'm sorry, but that's not an option. I don't have as much time left as you think. I'm fighting just to stay standing.
But I...
Hey, so...
Hey, Maki roll. I asked you before. What's your enemy? Before, you hated yourself so much, you didn't even like yourself a little. Wasn't that the reason you tried to distance yourself from others?
That's right.
You decided that you didn't deserve to have friends, didn't you? That was your enemy.
Don't worry about it.
But not anymore, huh? You're alright now. You fell for a guy like me. Now you can learn to like yourself.
Come on, man.
Hey, don't cry. Can't you send me off with one last smile?
I believe in you.
You guys too. I'm not gonna allow any tears. Send me off with a bang.
Okay.
Alright, Kaito. I won't cry.
I'll endure it.
Me too. I'm gonna hold it in. Yeah, I'll endure it.
I can't cry, even if I wanted to. Hey, sorry about the wait, Monokuma. You can go ahead and start now.
Okay.
Can do.
Dong dong dong.
Oh boy, my first punishment time. I've never seen one before.
Hey,
Well, let me just say this to the true mastermind controlling Monokuma.
get ready.
You better get ready. My friends aren't gonna lose to you.
He's got fire in his eyes.
Ooh.
That's all.
Please.
I'll leave the rest to you guys. End this ridiculous killing game.
Please do not worry.
We'll end it, so please, don't worry.
Shuichi.
And Shuichi, never forget, you're not alone. You have friends. Don't try doing everything by yourself, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Kaito. Okay.
The impossible is possible.
All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Kaito. Oh,
Maki roll.
Sad.
how long are you gonna cry? You should smile.
Sorry.
I can't. That's impossible. I can't.
Of course. My bad for making you cry like that.
All right.
All right then. Let's end this with a bang.
I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Okay.
Special punishment
Special punishment.
for the luminary of the stars.
You don't gotta tell me. I'm excited to get this started.
Get ready.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you. I'm not gonna die the way you want.
It's punishment time.
It's just him laying in bed dying of the virus. Aww. I'm sad that Kaito's dying.
I know.
I didn't expect this.
I spent most of the game being like, Kaito's so lame.
I know.
But by the time this rolled around, I was like, no.
No, I know. It's because Maki's so sad.
Hey, look at this.
You're gonna go to space, buddy.
Remember this?
Yeah.
It's the same execution as from the first game.
Yeah. Who got this one?
Kyoko's father. Jin?
Uh-huh.
Kirigiri? Except he didn't go through the earth like this.
Look, you're in space.
He is in space.
He died in space.
He died before it came crashing back to the ground. Monokuma didn't like that.
He made.
Yeah, but Kaito said he wasn't gonna die the way Monokuma wanted.
Yeah.
Kaito.
He broken. His
He
antenna
he did get
broke
hit.
off.
He did get hit by a rock.
Right? Kibo, are you okay? You got hit by that debris when you protect...
Well,
I'm fine. More importantly,
Hey!
what's the matter, Monokuma? Upset that Kaito won?
Yeah?
Eh? What do you mean Kaito won?
Because he died before the end of your punishment. Kaito didn't die from your execution.
Okay?
That's right! Kaito wasn't killed by you!
Yeah. It's Kaito's victory.
We lost! We lost! We lost.
Yeah, we lost.
I didn't know if he meant to do it, but he certainly went out with like a stubborn jackass. Well, whatever. It's not like this is the end of the killing game, so it's fine.
Hell yeah!
Oh, sorry.
Was that Tsumugi?
Unfortunately. Hang on. Is it this one?
It's not over?
Hell yeah! No shit!
Hey!
Ain't it written in the school regulations?
That's right! The killing game will go on until there is just one blackened or two spotless. Oh, spotless!
School regulations. So you're gonna follow the regulations, huh? The only reason you want rules is because you're showing this to someone.
Well,
I just want an entertaining killing game, but you're certainly entitled to your opinion.
That's wrong.
That's enough. Enough of your bullshit, Monokuma. I made a promise to Kaito. I will end this killing game.
That's it!
And to give Kaito's death meaning, I swear I will keep my promise.
You're right! Yeah, we're not going to let anyone else die.
Who's even gonna play that game anymore? It's already over.
You can cut this tension with a knife. What's everyone talking about anyway?
Well, actually,
Feels like we stumbled into the last act. I don't know what's happening at all.
Pops!
Yo, Pops, fill us in. We want to help you out.
Oh, Monosuke is acting nice.
Monosuke.
Oh, sorry.
I am ashamed.
Skay. Just don't pronounce the U.
Monosuke.
I don't know why it's like that.
Okay,
It doesn't make any sense to me, but
that's fine.
Oh, Monosuke is acting nice. He's sucking up for brownie points.
they're so cute.
Oh, I just can't help myself around you cute little cubs.
Ooh, fidget, fidget. Ooh.
Gather round, kids. I'll spend a whole month telling you about what you missed.
A whole month? Will that take longer than the whole chapter?
My little cubs.
I'll tell you all about it while I smother you with hugs and kisses. You kids, go on ahead and wait for me at home.
So long, farewell!
So long, we're out.
so long, farewell.
So long, we're out.
Okay.
Huh?
Why did I stay behind? Because I want to give you all reward for working so hard.
Why you?
We don't want it. Just go away.
You're really bugging me.
By the way, I don't know where you got the idea that this killing game can be stopped. There's nothing a participant can do to end this killing game. No way! Nah! This game is gonna keep going and going for a long time! During his ranting, Monokuma took out
Huh?
a flashback light.
Oh no.
Ugh.
What? What did you just do?
What? Was that a flashback light just now?
Could it be?
Is it broken? I don't feel like I remembered anything.
This flashback light has a special effect. You'll remember soon enough. You'll remember that despair is the only choice you have.
Yahoo!
And that hope doesn't exist here at all. The killing game will never end. And then Monokuma left. He declared that this killing game would continue. He declared there is no hope. After all that, I honestly don't remember how we got back. It took all I had just to accept the reality that Kaito was gone. And not just Kaito, Kokichi too. Someone we all trusted, and someone none of us trusted. We lost them both. But it wasn't all for nothing, because we're drawing ever closer to discovering the true mastermind.
The killing game will never end.
We've been watching the Danganronpa 3 anime, and that's what she sounds like.
Like, yeah, never ever. As long as I'm around, it'll never end. It'll repeat over and over and over and over and over and over.
Okay.
Why would I let something this fun ever end?
I want to have more fun. As long as it's fun, we have to keep doing it. That's just simple supply and demand.
Such despair.
All I will say is that it's good.
Okay. I trust you. I trust you.
Okay.
I trust you.
Just trust me.
I trust you.
Okay. Later that night, I found myself standing in that one spot in the courtyard. The place where Kaito and I would train together. My heart felt crushed, all the loss and guilt and helplessness sinking in my chest. But still, I stood there.
Well, what are you doing?
Maki.
Hey. So, you came too.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Maki. I'm sorry.
What? For what?
I was the one who drove Kaito into the corner. Just like Kaede, I end up betraying everyone important to me. It's all my fault.
Well, do you want to die? No. Are you feeling lonely?
Huh?
Hey. Are you lonely now that Kaito's gone?
Okay.
Yeah, lonely. I feel so lonely and so sad, I don't know what to do. The only reason I'm still alive right now is because of Kaito. If he hadn't been my friend, I would be...
That's right.
Me too. I can't remember the last time I ever cried that hard. I wonder how long it's been.
Okay.
But I won't cry anymore. I'm sad, but I'm grateful to Kaito.
Huh?
grateful.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to tell him that rather than being sad or lonely. I'm grateful to him. That's why I won't cry anymore. I'm not gonna wallow in pain and pity. I want to show him how much I appreciate all the things he did.
You're right.
Yeah, I guess it's the same for me. I want to show my appreciation too. I'm sure that our friends who've passed on
don't want to see us miserable. Thanks.
Yeah. Ah, so you guys were here after all.
Go away!
Go away from here!
Yeah.
Just like I thought.
Jeez.
I knew you guys would be here because I cast a spell to find you.
Ah,
Samuki, Himiko,
If you don't mind, can we join in your training?
huh?
I'll train you all from the ground up so we can end this killing game together.
Huh? We're going to end this together?
Yeah.
Himiko and I promised Kaito.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do what we promised and work together to end this killing game.
All right.
We can't afford to lose to despair.
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. Monokuma said that there's no hope anywhere. But he's wrong. There is hope. My friends are my hope.
Don't do it alone. Oh.
I know. Yeah, Samugi, always wearing that jacket. Well,
Right? Yeah. Girl, put it back on. No, I'm kidding. No shame.
Kaito said it best. I'm not alone. That's right. I have friends. Not just my friends here, but also friends who have died. They all gave us their hope, too. That's why I'm gonna live. I want to live for everyone who died. Despair cannot defeat me. I will hold on and survive no matter what. Thank you, Kaito.
I love how Himiko's on the ground.
Yeah.
Let your sweat wash away all your sadness, fear, worry, and hardships.
No, my
kidding.
eye just gets tired,
I'm
so I have to.
Just start moving your body and your pain will become memories before you know it.
Oh no, Kaito.
Then you should train too.
Well, I don't have anything to worry about. I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Hey, no fair, Kaito.
No fair.
Oh, Kaito.
Hey.
By the way, what happened to Kibo? Do you know where he went?
Huh? Kibo? I don't know.
What is that guy off doing?
I don't think a robot really needs to do any training.
But
the rest of us are here. I kinda wish he'd come too.
It's quiet. Too quiet. And yet, this silence is quite refreshing. I used to hear my inner voice with perfect clarity. It would fill me with the power of hope, guide me along the right path. I can't hear it anymore. All I hear now is silence. That silence means my will is now my own. Even if despair is all we have to choose, even if hope no longer exists, I will never give in to despair. I will end this. No matter what, I will force this to end. This school, this ultimate academy for gifted juveniles, is steeped in despair. And I will destroy it.
Purpose or passion without
Voyage without purpose or passion.
I read
Passion
it
or purpose.
backwards.
Look at Shuichi all by himself.
It is interesting that it's 3 girls, Shuichi and Kibo.
Right? This is the fewest we've ever had in a surviving set.
Yeah.
Because normally it's 6.
Yeah.
This time it's 5.
Meh.
I know. Surprisingly sad, Kaito's whole thing.
Yeah. I'm sad that Kokichi's gone because he was entertaining.
So, let's talk about that.
Ugh. Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about it.
Let's
talk about that.
Let's talk
Good,
about
Mythical
that.
Morning. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite trials.
Yes.
It's not my favorite,
Okay.
but it's
We'll talk about that at the end of the next trial.
top 5.
Okay. I can see why. I think I agree. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got little...
My baby hairs.
Yeah, baby
I know.
hairs. Okay, yeah.
They keep going in my ears while I'm wearing the headphones, and that's why I keep scratching my ears all the time.
Gross.
Thanks.
Back to the game.
That was a great trial.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn.
Okay.
So,
Welcome to
welcome
the NPR
welcome
show.
to Tiny Meat Gang.
Oh, is that what we are now? I feel like all they do is laugh on there.
Yo, Cody, I was on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I saw this fool. He was so cringy. Yo.
Yeah, man.
Vagina. Okay, nobody's gonna get it. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a good.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even a good thing.
No, it's terrible. It's more like H3. Yeah. Anyway, so I love that they did switch it because I was like, it is too easy for it to be Kokichi.
Kokichi, yeah.
It's way too easy for him to be the mastermind,
Yes.
and it's way too easy for him to be that frickin' Exisol.
Yes. No, yes. Yeah. They did give us what seemed to be some easy answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, just without spoiling anything,
Mm-hmm.
easy answers is clearly a theme of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Of easy answers not being correct.
Okay. Great.
You see it in Trial 1
Mm-hmm.
with Kaito being the culprit.
Right.
You see it all throughout the
Which was like
entire
the
game.
best blind
Gonta
side.
being the culprit in Trial 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kaito being the culprit in this one. Not being able to,
Right.
Kokichi being revealed as not actually the mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
There's a running theme of like having to take another step beyond what is apparent.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I will just say that.
I do like how even if the easy answer is partially correct, the way you get there is not.
Yeah.
Like it's complicated as hell. And I like that. I like that Kokichi redeemed himself in the most selfish way ever. Where he's like, I want to beat Monokuma, and Kaito fucked it up, but
Kokichi's actually, I think it's safe for me to say it now. We're not done learning about Kokichi.
Oh, we're not.
Actually.
Okay.
Yes. But we're mostly done.
Okay.
So I feel like I could say this. He's not an evil person.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite him saying all of that. Obviously, he only told everybody that he was the mastermind so that the killing game would end. Because they'd be like, well, there's no point in killing anymore because Kokichi's revealed himself as a mastermind and we've seen the outside world. We're full of despair. We're not going to kill anybody anymore.
And clearly that didn't work.
Right. When that didn't work, he pulled out his unsolvable crime shtick to try to end the killing game again.
That didn't work.
Right. But he was setting all this up way beforehand. That's why, at the end of chapter 4, he freaks out and is like, I just like watching people suffer and all that. That was all set up for this plan that he had.
Right.
And at the end, he was like, yeah, this should be enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough people for his unsolvable crime plan to hatch.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, even the whole Gonta thing, because everybody's like, yeah, well, he still like manipulated and killed Gonta. There's an easily missable part in Trial 4, which I didn't point out at the time because the narrative was Kokichi's evil. But he asks Monokuma what would happen if the trial ends in a tie.
So like him and Gonta.
And then, yes. So I think, and it never comes up again.
Because I thought that was really
It was interesting.
odd.
They wouldn't have just included it for no reason.
Right.
I think maybe Kokichi I think it was his plot there to also end the killing game. He wanted to have a tie vote to break the killing game with Gonta. He was going to have both him and Gonta be double blackened. That was his whole thing with like the whatever it was, the killing game busters or like whatever their name was. That was his plan there. He's been trying to implement this plan for a while.
Yeah.
It just didn't come to fruition until this one. But I think that's something that's really glossed over a lot when assessing Kokichi is like, it's like, yeah, but he killed Gonta, so he's a piece of shit. And it's like, well, but that was part of his...
I don't think that was his goal.
I think it was part of his plan to end the killing game. It just didn't pan out. Because as soon as he was like, Monokuma, what happens if there's a tie vote? And Monokuma was just like, well, then it doesn't matter if it's a tie, as long as one of them's the black end, Then
the black end will still be killed. Okay.
Yeah, and then he was at that point he was just like, shit. I don't think Kokichi wanted Gonta to die. I think he was just trying to get it to break the killing game.
He just put too much, like he banked it on it being.
He banked on it a little too hard.
Interesting.
But I think it's not completely noble because Gonta was a sacrificial like guinea pig for him to learn that. Obviously, he wasn't gonna kill someone himself and then try to have a tie with someone else. He wanted to.
He had no
be not at risk. So
right.
Not a totally noble, but better than.
I mean, I don't think
he's
the ultimate supreme evil leader. I've never believed that. He's too silly. Frankly,
we still haven't found his lab.
I know. I've been thinking about that because for a bit there, I was thinking, "Oh, Monokuma's lab is his lab, so that's why we haven't found it."
See,
but I don't think that anymore.
It plays in perfectly to the narrative of him being the mastermind. Because it's like, what if the entire facility is his lab?
Right.
Yeah,
and I don't think that anymore. I think they just haven't found it yet.
Which is interesting.
But since he was squashed, did they lose the key card to that door? Or will we find out?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I think we'll find out.
I think we'll have to play some more.
Whoa.
I am excited to see what's beyond that door in the library because we haven't been down there.
Let's scooch a little closer to each other. We're kind of at the end of the screens.
Yeah, we can't get any. Like we literally can't get closer.
Yeah, guys.
I have to lean all the way over, and it's very painful.
Look.
Oh, you guys in the room.
This is, you can't really see it, but like, here's mine, here's Kimmy's. Like, it's right next to each other. We can't. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We're professional.
Well, whatever.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
So we're not sitting far away from each other. We're literally sitting as close as we can. It doesn't matter. No one cares. Anyway.
Any other thoughts on the chapter?
I'm sad that Maki is sad, but I'm glad that she's opening up.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but that was a really... I liked their relationship more than I was willing to admit. And that bums me out. I don't understand why Samugi is still around. I hope she becomes more interesting because, good God, I want more from Samugi.
It's not unusual, though, in these games. I mean, in the first game, you had Yasuhiro. In
I was going to say Shiori Yasuhiro.
I guess for most people, it's Kazuichi. For me, it's like Sonia. But you have that one person that is just like, why are you still here?
Kazuichi at least served a purpose.
In this game, as much as I like Himiko, like there's kind of like multiple Yasuhiros. Because it's like, Himiko, you're funny, you're cute and all. And I like the things that you say, like your cute voice and little sound bites and stuff that she has. But like, why are you still here?
Yeah. She would have been an easy kill.
Like her character arc has been completed. You know what I mean?
It's an odd one, too.
She's just kind of sticking around. And then there's other characters that, like, haven't gotten one yet.
Rantaro?
Yeah, like Rantaro.
Swear to God. I'm losing my mind about
You will know.
I know. I'm just very,
you
like...
will know. Yeah.
At this point, like, I'm so tired of wanting to know about him that I almost don't care anymore.
Trust me,
I feel like they've dragged it out too far.
When I played this game for the first time, half of my brain was like, what about Rantaro, though? Mm-hmm. The whole time, including in this trial. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, here's where they card out Rantaro. Alive the entire time.
Yeah.
You know? But that obviously didn't happen.
No, he
it was
still
driving me
did.
crazy.
Still did. Mono Cubs came back.
Disappointing.
So when he did that, when Monokuma brought them back, I thought for a split second that he was going to be like, if I can recycle their lives, I can recycle everybody's life. And I thought he was going to bring back the entire cast. Which would, like, as, like, Monocub, like, robots.
That would have been crazy.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But then he didn't do that. And I was slightly relieved.
Yeah.
Because I was like, is that how Rantaro comes back?
That would have alleviated a lot of the weight of all the deaths and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think V3 has, like, the heaviest deaths.
Yeah. It's
mostly
definitely the most emotional.
It has the most character development of all 3 games.
Yes.
But,
well, and especially starting off the game with Kaede, like that.
Yeah, that one.
That was freaking
they
brilliant.
Start you off with a bang.
Oh, that was so good.
And I have more to say about the Kaede thing at the end of the game because there's some interesting connections, I think.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'd like to talk about my batshit theory for Chapter 5.
Okay, yeah.
So, okay, guys, this was my theory for what happened. And it's
during your first playthrough.
My first playthrough. This was what I theorized. And about halfway through investigating, I was like, oh, it all makes sense. This is what's happening. Because right away, first of all, let me just say this. Some people don't like this chapter because they're like, it was obvious that Kokichi was the one that was dead and Kaito was the killer. Obvious. And I'm sorry, but if you think about Danganronpa in those terms, you are missing out on why it's good. Mm-hmm. You're missing out on all of the why and concentrating only on the who and the what and the where. And that's the boring part.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, anybody can look at this and just be like, subvert it. They want us to think that Kaito's the dead one. So it's Kokichi.
Right.
They want us to think that Kokichi is the one that killed him. So it's Kaito. Boom. Called it. It was obvious to me. If you think that way, you have no appreciation for this game.
Right.
Because
that's
it's
the
all
surface
about
layer.
It's all about the why. Mm-hmm. It's all about the characters' motivations and the evidence and how it all connects and relates to each other.
Correct.
So, with that said, I thought that Kokichi was the one that died.
Okay.
But I thought that there was a double blackened with Kaito and Maki.
Okay.
And I thought that Kaito was in the Exisal and Maki was in the trial. But I thought that the reason why it all happened was because Kaito and Maki were like, fuck this, let's just win the killing game. This killing game continues until there's 2 left, right? So why can't it just be us? Why can't we both be the blackened? And, you know, like, we would take Shuichi with us, but screw him.
Yeah.
Because they were, you know...
They, like, kind of pissed at him at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shuichi wants to play this killing game to the end. He likes being useful. He likes being the detective.
Right.
And he doesn't care about believing in his friends. He doesn't care about his little believies like we do.
His believies.
My little believies.
Oh, little believies.
And so, because I was trying to rationalize it, I was like, I think it's Kokichi. But then, like, why would Kaito kill Kokichi? And that was the only thing I could piece together was that, like, because it's just like, if Kaito kills Kokichi and tries to get away with it, which he clearly was, then that means that if they get it wrong, then Maki dies. So would Kaito be willing to just, you know, be like, screw all of you? And I was like, no, he had to go with Maki, I bet. Mm-hmm. He had to have an accomplice of some kind. And I thought that the way that they had a double blackened was that I figured out the whole thing with the murder video in the trial. I was just like, oh, you press pause, and then they,
Nice, because
like,
I definitely didn't catch that at all.
Yeah, and I thought that like Maki was holding Kokichi hostage, and she pressed the buttons, right? And then when they switched out Kokichi and put him on the press, they both pressed the button at the same time, making them both the black end, because they executed the hydraulic press together. And then they tried to, and then that's why Maki's acting so strange. And she's trying to fool everybody into being like, it's Kokichi. That's why she's trying to get everybody to vote for Kokichi, because it's like, screw you guys.
Yeah.
And
that would have been so good.
Yeah. Because I was kind of waiting for that dark turn, because it's like they spend the entire game building up this trifecta relationship of you and Kaito and Maki training every night. And I wanted to just like, I wanted to watch it crumble, because that's such a Danganronpa thing to do, to just be like, guess what? Despair.
Yeah.
Yeah. These, the strongest bond that you had with anyone in the entire game, have the rug pulled from underneath it.
Oh, that would have been so good.
And I know some people might poke holes in that theory, like, what about this? What about this? I did have it all ironed out in my head.
Right.
I don't think there was anything that I couldn't explain with it. With that said, while I think it's very dramatic and cool, I do prefer the way that they went with it, because it fulfills Kokichi's character arc as not just a villain. He wanted to end the killing game. But like, I wasn't thinking about that at the time.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about them trying to create an unsolvable crime. I was thinking about like them trying to get away with it. Like, why would they want to try to get away with it?
That's real. Okay. Yeah.
Because that was the only scenario I had in my head of like, why would Kaito, a good guy, want to fool people into thinking he wasn't the black end to this extent?
Right.
And I thought maybe like either Kokichi was being held hostage by Maki, because Maki wanted to kill Kokichi, obviously.
Right. She
was cool with it.
Yeah.
But also Kokichi might have collaborated with it because he just thinks it's funny and interesting.
Yeah.
He's willing to die for it.
Right.
So not like an A+ 10 out of 10 theory, but it was what was running through my head. And I was wrong.
That's a good one.
I was wrong. Another theory I had, of course, that I already told you, was that Rantaro was in the Exisal.
Right.
And I thought that like Kaito and Kokichi were both dead.
Right. Which would have also been really interesting, but there's just no way they could have made that one work.
Yeah.
Without busting holes in their own game.
Yeah. I had a couple ideas about Rantaro's talent at this point that involved him still being alive. And I was kind of like, they got to do it. Didn't happen in this chapter, obviously.
What if his talent is just being a spirit who haunts? He was never alive to begin with.
Ultimate spirit who haunts.
The ultimate haunter.
Keep theorizing. Make a top 10 list.
I need to go to bed.
Okay. So anything else you want to say about chapter 5?
No, but it was really good.
I
enjoyed that chapter more than I thought I would.
This is where I was like fully on board with V3.
Because I think right now for me, in terms of ranking the chapters, it'd be chapter 1 still was just so good. And then this one.
Yes.
And then like 4, 3, 2 or something like that.
For me, it would go 5, 1, 4, 2, and 3 kind of tied.
And then after we do 6, we'll add that in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that they showed Junko, or seemingly showed Junko.
I'm hoping that's like a past shot.
Some sort of weird Monokuma machine thing. All I will say is that I'm going to repeat what I've said the entire game. They don't do the same thing like twice.
Right. So she's not a computer program, because they've already done that.
Yeah.
She's not a computer alive,
program, and she's not alive.
Because they've already done that. Yeah. I think this is something that she planned when she was alive, and that was a flashback.
Well, can neither confirm nor deny. All I will say is, I think it's good.
I'm excited.
We'll find out. We'll see. I have a lot of things to say about this final chapter, and I'm just holding it all in. I'm just pressing it down. I'm just like, not yet. Not yet. They will see soon. They will see.
I'm very proud of you.
Then it will be unleashed. So yeah, all I will say is don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it for now. And
no video tomorrow.
No video tomorrow. Oh, Kibo destroying the school.
Kibo's
blowing shit up. Something happened with the rock.
Yeah.
He couldn't. It broke off his little hair
Serial killer.
that he has. Oh, you can't even see it.
His little
hair.
antenna that's like
His little antenna hair that he has, and he's not able to hear the voice anymore that he was hearing.
Which I want to know about that voice.
The inner voice that guides him towards hope. And now, remember he was saying that he didn't want to do the sci-fi thing? He wasn't a sci-fi robot. He didn't...
The sci-fi... I remember...
That's why he didn't like his lab, because it looked very sci-fi.
Oh, yes.
And he's voiced his distaste for sci-fi throughout the entire game. So now he's strapped up with weapons and flying around.
He's like, I'm going to pick hope.
He says he's of his own free will now, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's true.
So,
I feel like something's going on. Something funky with that Kubo.
He says he's going to destroy the school, though, and we saw stuff blowing up. Interesting.
So I guess we'll see what that's about on Friday.
So, yeah, on Friday we'll come back with...
we promise.
Part 38, first episode of Chapter 6. From this point on, the game is non-stop. Like, it does not let up.
Okay.
So we're probably going to have to take breaks in, like, the middle of important action and stuff in the coming episodes, which I'm sorry about, but...
You know.
So, yeah, if you're living in America, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we'll see you guys on Friday.
Think critically.